In over 60 years of Doctor Who, this has never happened. This is a first time for the show. The Doctor and a gay kiss. It's going to upset a lot of people. I'm sure it will. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome to this talk on, well, Doctor Who's latest episode, Rogue. Yes, Rogue. As I said, this episode is going to upset a lot of people. Is that deserved or isn't it? Let's explore that. So anyway, this episode here, entitled Rogue, comes at us written by Kate Herron and Bryony Redman, who worked on, I believe, the second season of Loki for Disney. They're in here as writers, and they give us a Bridgerton-esque kind of episode, a Jane Austen costume drama episode, where the Doctor and Ruby have gone to 1813, this big ballroom dance that's going on, and there's these shapeshifters, the Chowder or something like that they're called, and they're essentially bird-looking people that have come to Earth, and they're taking on the forms of other individuals just for fun, just for play, for cosplay essentially, but they're killing the individuals that they're taking the form of. And the Doctor's there, Ruby's there. The Doctor gets a little something's off, and there's an individual there that he comes into contact with called Rogue. Goes by the name of Rogue, a dashing kind of bounty hunter played by Jonathan Groff. Very much akin to Jack Harkness. There's very much Jack Harkness vibes about him, and his relationship with the Doctor. There was always a sort of a sexual chemistry between Jack Harkness and the Doctor back then in Doctor Who, although it was never played upon. And jump into the Jodie Whittaker era of Doctor Who, it was kind of insinuated that the Doctor had feelings for someone of the same sex, only nothing was ever done with it. But this episode, it goes full in. You know, the Doctor is enamoured by this individual, Rogue. This individual obviously has an attraction to the Doctor, but believes that the Doctor is one of these shapeshifters, and catches the Doctor in a trap and is essentially gonna kill him. To get rid of him, to stop him, because he believes he's the one on Earth doing these swapping bodies with other people. The Doctor manages to convince him otherwise by the use of his psychic paper and the ship's system, and we get a scene where we see all the Doctor's different incarnations, faces come up to show who he's been, and interestingly you've got Richard E. Grant's face pop up. So does that make him canon now to Doctor Who? That aside. Anyway, so this episode here. Okay, so like I said, you've got these Chowder creatures that are swapping bodies. As the episode comes to an end, one of them swaps bodies, or supposedly, seemingly swaps bodies with Ruby. Only that's not the case. The Doctor catches them all in a trap, and he's going to send them elsewhere, having believed that Ruby has been killed and body swapped. And he goes into this anger mode kind of thing, and it turns out that Ruby didn't body swap with one, or they didn't swap with Ruby. Ruby overpowered this Chowder and is playing cosplay herself, pretending to be one. And then at the very end, Ruby's saved by the character of Rogue. He sacrifices himself after having a kiss, a smooch with the Doctor, and we're left with this character out there waiting to be found by the Doctor, and that's pretty much the episode, really. Story-wise, the episode's very light on stuff. There is stuff about the face again, the older woman's face. She's in one of the pictures. As you know, she was the face on the the robot doctor in the previous episode, and her face has popped up in a few episodes. So what's that all about? Anyway, we'll find that out as the series progresses. Only 2 more episodes left. So anyway, so the biggest takeaway from this episode is the shock factor of the Doctor kissing another man, having feelings for another man. Surprisingly, I was okay with it. You know, this was quite a well-written, well-crafted episode. The fact that the Doctor kissed another man doesn't come as a shock to me. It's not a surprise to me that happened. And other than the fact that this relationship between the Doctor and Rogue progresses extremely fast, it honestly didn't bother me at all. I think that both Jonathan Groff and Ncuti Gatwa had great chemistry between one another, that they played well off of one another, and the character of Rogue was intriguing enough that, you know what, we'd like to see this character again. I certainly would. I hope the Doctor finds him. I hope that the sort of love interest relationship is dialed back somewhat if they do come about again. But yeah, you know, surprisingly, it was a good episode. I enjoyed it. I wasn't bored with it. It looked great. The implications are what a lot of people are inevitably going to have severe issues with. And yeah, this episode's definitely going to upset a lot of people. Did it upset you, though? Let me know in the comments down below.